My grandparents told me at Christmas dinner they had removed me from their will because I chose the wrong major. My grandfather made the announcement between the soup course and the main, which is the particular kind of timing that ensures no one can politely leave the table. He said the family money was meant to support people who made practical decisions, and that art school was not a practical decision. My grandmother nodded. My parents looked at their soup bowls. My cousin, who had gone into finance and had been noticeably smug about it all weekend, looked at the wall. I was 20 years old. The scholarship that was covering most of my tuition had been awarded competitively, fewer than a dozen students nationally that year. I had not told my grandparents about it because I had been trying to avoid exactly this conversation. I finished my degree. I kept my head down through a lot of holidays where my choice of major came up in the same tone people use when discussing poor weather. My grandfather would ask how my paintings were going with the specific inflection that makes a question into a small dismissal. I answered pleasantly every time and changed the subject. My senior thesis show caught the attention of my thesis advisor, Professor Claire Bennett, who had been teaching studio art for 27 years and had seen a lot of student work. She introduced me to the director of a small gallery in the city, a woman named Vera, who was looking for emerging artists for a spring group show. Vera included 3 of my pieces. One of them sold on opening night to a couple who had been collecting regional art for decades. The other 2 sold within the month. The prices were not enormous, but they were real, and they were mine. Professor Bennett had stayed in touch with a broad network of collectors and patrons.